Well, smack my ass and shave my balls. It's the best damn podcast from Chippewa Falls.
Oh my god.
Since the
18
beginning.
BC.
I mean, I can't even see that.
You need your glasses.
Cheaters on. Why don't you put them on?
Good morning, all you hick bastards!
We are Tales from the Hicks. Let's say who we got.
I'm Jason.
I'm Chad.
This is Ben.
And I am Nate. And we got a camera. They can see what you're doing.
I was gonna say, he knows that we're recording, right?
Secrets.
Yeah. I forgot about the camera.
Nobody can see.
We'll have the production team edit that. He's got his secret glasses on. It's like the kid from
Fucking
Big Daddy.
secret squirrel over here.
We have
36, 37, 38, something like that.
Okay.
Years ago?
Not bad.
we have a special guest for YouTube video. People know that we have an extra guy. The guy that people on Spotify probably don't know this yet. So who is our special guest?
Afternoon, guys. Thanks again for having me. My name's Dave. Been a fan of the channel for a long time, and been a friend of Ben's ever since kindergarten.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for you.
Just a few years. It doesn't
So
say a lot
sad.
about his taste
No.
or judge of character.
Has that
It's
been
a
on
laundry
purpose?
list of
Pretty
things,
poor
yeah.
taste. So yeah, but
Yeah.
no, thanks again for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it.
You
It's
bet.
gonna be fun.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Chad, what's going on outside?
It is sunny today. It is
Oh.
66 degrees, 14 miles an hour
Ooh.
wind.
Breezy.
So it is.
It is breezy.
But without it, I think it'd be very hot today.
I never heard that
I think
word.
it's only
No,
supposed to hit
hot.
68 today.
Hot.
Well, it's almost there then.
We almost
So-
reached our high.
Right.
I
But
can't believe Jason's in a t-shirt.
well, that's true. He's probably cold.
He had a jacket
cold?
on yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I did have a jacket on yesterday.
Yeah, and yeah,
75.
Yeah, 75 is sunny.
Yeah, it was a lot more breezy though yesterday. I will give you that, but I don't think it was worthy of a coat. But
Sure was.
each their own.
There's more than one person that had a good
Well,
jacket.
when
on.
those giant barn doors hanging between his legs, they catch that breeze and it just is like a wind tunnel. It just filters it right up and you get chilly then.
Yeah,
I do.
Well, that's true.
Seems like every week since May, it's been either raining, windy. Just the weather has just been kind of consistent every week. It rains all the time.
does.
Every week. Yeah.
So, Jason, you'll enjoy the end of the week. I think it's like 3 or 4 straight days of 80s.
Oh, I can't wait.
Low
I'm gonna have to take off of work.
Well, yeah, you
Probably
you'll
enjoy
probably
that.
melt. You'll melt there.
I doubt it. Oh yeah, there I will.
Right?
Not at home.
No, not around your fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll have a fire going.
still have a fire.
Sweetie, we only need to put one log on the fireplace today. It's going to be 80.
Jason doesn't know what one log means.
All or nothing.
Jason
a
doesn't live in
stump.
a house. It's literally just a giant sauna.
Yeah. Hey, I like it warm. Feels good on my old brittle bones.
Yeah, if it feels good, then do it.
And if not,
And
you're
I do.
doing it wrong
Yeah.
That's right.
for sure. Yeah.
So what should we start off with today? Should we start off with emails?
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm down
I
for
like
whatever.
that.
We got some emails.
So we, too bad we didn't know that the emails were coming. Like a sound or something.
Well, you caught me unawares. I wasn't ready. Normally, we go around the room.
One
and we
job,
talk about
Ben.
what everybody
One
else did.
job.
I missed that part.
Throws them a
See,
curve.
we don't have our whiteboard, so I got to get that up.
Well, do you want to do that, or are we
can
just
move.
going right into the?
Well, let's do. What did you do this week? What did you do this week, Chad?
Yeah. A lot of running around because my son had a graduation party this
In a
weekend.
vehicle.
Oh, that's right.
Congratulations, Landon.
Yeah,
did.
way to go, George.
Thank you
Congratulations.
guys.
Chad said he did some running around. He means in a vehicle.
Yes, that
Let's-
is
we know,
true.
yeah,
As,
we
clear the air.
as you can tell, yeah,
He's svelte.
yeah. So I did that just about every night this week, and then, but it was all worth it. Yesterday was great weather. It turned into a nice day. A lot of people coming,
Yeah.
so it was.
That was a good time.
It was. So thanks everybody that made it, and it's summer though. There's a lot of times like I even thought to myself yesterday, is like, get to be doing something else. but it worked out. So.
I'm sure Landon.
It's just
appreciates
it's just one
He
day.
did.
It's just one day.
I know.
It's
and
fine.
But no,
good.
overall, that was pretty much it. I got a
When we came into there,
Yeah.
there was 3 other graduations going right in that same block.
that cul-de-sac there.
Yeah.
I know, and I thought to myself, because I put the one sign right by the gate, and I was like, after I thought about it, I was like, well, if you've made it to the gate, you now know you're here.
Right.
And I was like, oh, maybe I should put one out on the other road. And I was like, no, because if you make it to there, you should notice 3 football fields.
Yep.
It's not a house. But yeah, there was. They were
should've-
still going when I left last night.
We should have went over to one of those houses. That one on the corner was big.
Yes,
that was a
it
big
was.
house. I
It
bet you they
was.
would have had some good stuff over there.
Yep. They even were out on the last
yourself.
baseball field or football field. They were playing something at the end of the day there.
Oh, they went over there.
Yep. So, but no, it was worth it, and I took the whole week off of mowing, not regular work, but just mowing. So today's a long day of
Catch
catch
up.
up. But it was.
I got to do that myself when
Mow?
I get home.
Yeah. See, it reminds me of the times that I should just not mow anymore, and realize the time I have during the week to do nothing.
fun stuff.
Yeah.
Like?
So, probably sit at home. That
You-
would be it.
You'll get bored.
Just wang
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nice to just sit around and watch your cock get smaller. I mean,
Right,
it's-
well,
Yeah.
you do that once in a while.
Boy, I hope I don't get much smaller.
Well, it's
gonna
an innie,
become a-
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's going to become an innie.
Ooh, hate them. But that's what I did.
Wow.
Nice.
Ben, what'd you have?
This last weekend we had my boy competes in the Special Olympics and he qualified for the state summer games. So we went over to Whitewater, Wisconsin, and he did that. So yeah, he took gold and silver. So yeah, had a good.
Congrats,
Yeah,
Steven.
it was a fun weekend. So
So is that to the west or east?
Whitewater,
Yeah.
that's down by Madison.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, so it's not up by Green Bay?
No.
No, for some reason when I had it in my head that it was like
Milwaukee.
straight across
Yeah.
the state, not down by Madison. I did not think it was by Madison, but yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's east of Madison yet.
Yeah, by Milwaukee.
It is.
Well, east of what did you say?
I mean,
East
it
of
was
Madison.
only
Right.
it's
Like,
only
yeah.
like 20 minutes away from Madison.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was pretty close.
I thought you said east of Green
Maybe
Bay.
I
I
was
was
in
like,
the
yeah,
wrong
that's
town.
the fucking water.
East of Green Bay. In,
Yeah,
this
way.
Lake Michigan.
Right.
The one that doesn't make an L.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Dave, why don't you tell us what you did this week?
Yeah.
No, never mind. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, good. So I didn't do a whole lot of nothing. I know.
I've been working from home since the classes got out. I work at university, and so I've been working at home. But then this week I've actually been putting up shelving in my house. I don't know if you guys heard, I am a game collector, and I also am a physical media collector. But my game room was just mainly games, and I had been missing my movies. I had put my movies all in storage. So basically what I did is I had to buy some more media storage shelving, and that's what I was putting up this week. So just get all my movies out and stuff like that. So, but yeah, otherwise been a pretty slow week. So for sure.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
So when you say like media, so like movies, CDs.
Yeah, I'm a fan of like
Vinyls.
actual physical media, like I'd say, books, movies, video games, CDs, but only certain types of media. Like I'm not a huge fan of like cassette tapes or VHS, but I appreciate, because they were around, back in the day. But I'm not, I don't collect those, but I do collect, certain other things and stuff like that. So
I mean, you can tell people that you've got that giant box of VHS porn at your door.
that's true.
It's
That's-
okay.
Yeah, it's in the back, but
Yeah.
maybe one day I'll.
You're the only guy I know that still has a working VCR. So.
Yeah.
Hey, be kind and rewind.
So
Yeah,
that's where that copy of Spanish Chicks with Big Tits went.
That is 100% correct.
Yeah.
Mr.
Well,
Movies
Nate,
still
I
hasn't
can
gotten
lend
it
to
back
you,
yet.
So there you go.
I'd have to use your VCR too.
It's well used.
Exactly. So,
Jason, what do you have going on?
I had nothing.
Nothing.
Nope.
nothing.
Nothing. I had a graduation on Saturday.
Is that the same one that we went to?
I think that's where I seen him.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, I got
Probably
it.
makes
And then I had a wedding later
Yes.
on that afternoon.
Oh.
How was that?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Poor Sap went through with it, huh?
He did. He did.
Talk him out of
Couldn't
it.
warn him ahead of time?
Well, everybody's got to try it.
Yeah.
Couple
Sometimes you got to learn the hard way.
Sometimes you got to learn
Twice.
the hard way. Sometimes, yeah.
couple times.
Get your feet wet.
But no, that's pretty much all we did. Tanner starts ball.
Oh yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow
6
night,
p.m.
6.
Steven
Yeah.
starts Tuesday.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
He's
Monday-
doing the Miracle League.
Very cool.
And
Oh, that's cool.
Thursday,
Monday and Thursday.
What time's Thursday's game?
I don't know, 6 maybe.
Okay. Still at Hollywood here?
Yeah, Hollywood.
Ooh, the big stadium. Mm-hmm. And Steven does he play down in Eau Claire?
It's
there
in Eau
by-
Claire off of Jeffers.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
turf field, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like that ground up rubber.
Okay.
Because there's kids with wheelchairs and stuff, so that way they can. Yep.
I'm actually waiting for Haley to like put themselves on the map over just down the street here to have a turf field.
Yeah.
Just to say they have one. Like Sipple. I honestly could see them putting Sipple as a turf field.
Why?
Because every other city is doing it. You know?
No.
I mean, Chris, one of the guys we know, his kid played last weekend down Middleton or Janesville somewhere. Blue turf. The whole field
Oh,
was blue.
just like Boise State.
Boise State, yeah. And I seen it, and I was like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing something different, but a blue turf field that doesn't scream baseball to me.
No, it's not your.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Have you watched the girls softball fast pitch at all on TV?
yeah,
There was
college.
one. Yeah, college.
It's over.
It's over with.
Yep.
Okay, but have you watched it? So they got turf on the outfield, and it looks like they had turf on the infield, or a rubber mat, or something on the infield, or something.
I mean, I did notice that, but I think it was real.
dirt? Like I don't think it was.
No?
I think it was because it was
Which I
like
guess it
shiny.
Depends what game you watch. I mean,
Oh, there was a lot of them.
yeah.
There was a lot of games. That's all Lacey would watch when we get home. I'd come home and she had a ball game on, and I'm like, all right, and because they're good.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Those girls are good.
Texas, the number 1 seed, got upset, so
Oh,
they did not win
yeah. Sam, what'd you do?
Well, I was gonna say there was a field that we used to play on in Whitehall that was all turf. It was turf dirt, turf grass, everything. It was all.
Yeah, see, that's what it looked like.
Maybe it is.
Okay.
Yeah, see, yeah.
Which, I mean, universities, they have money. You know, I mean, they have, so they can afford those fields.
Right,
But
yeah.
I honestly, I think,
Is that true, Dave? Universities have a lot of money.
Well,
So they say, yeah.
according to all his
Right. It's not always the case.
his collection downstairs, it sounds like he has a lot.
That's true. Well, who's got a Porsche parked in their garage too?
Touche.
Sounds like the county has a lot of
The
money.
county has a lot of money. That's right. Yeah. So
Not anymore.
right.
No. Let's see. Tuesday, I left. Tuesday afternoon, went over to this Green Bay, Wisconsin place.
Oh, hey, there you go.
hey
Now
there.
you're talking.
Yeah.
I'm not joking that when I got out of my car, it smelled like goose shit.
If you'd shower once in a while, you wouldn't have that fucking
It
problem.
There you go.
wasn't. It wasn't until I got out of the car. It smelled.
You're like, I'm in heaven. Seeing the stadium right there.
It was just
Hell yeah.
hot, and the flames started licking up on the. But
Welcome to the promised land.
That's right.
yeah, I literally was probably 2 blocks from the stadium. So, but
And
you
that's
go
all
to
I kept on looking at.
Did you
is
go to the
big
Prime
sign.
Quarter while you were in Green Bay?
no, I went to a place called Zesty's. It was an ice cream shop. It was really good. I had Jet Pizza delivered. That was really good pizza. One night I had.
I'm sure we bought all this. Well, not you guys, but I'm sure we bought
Yeah,
all
we don't live in
Imagine.
Chippewa County, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No. Yeah. Glad. Thanks for taking it down and getting pizza instead of steakhouse, though.
I'll tell you that pizza to have that pizza delivered. It was $35.
Just for the delivery,
Yeah,
I would have gotten in the car and went.
yeah.
To
It
get
was
it.
because it was. Well, by the time it's whatever, $2 per topping. It's $18 or $20 for the pizza, and then it's $2 per additional topping. Well, you get pepperoni and mushroom on there, and then I got extra cheese because whatever.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
No.
County's paying for it. I'm just kidding. But And then you put in service fees and delivery fees and Grubhub fees and whatever else.
Right.
Yeah, it was about $35. Like a driver tip and
Damn.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
how expensive
Doesn't take
things are.
long to add up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you start with a $20 pizza, you end up with a $30, $35 bill.
Some people are saying that like just going out to like a fast food restaurant is like a luxury now because
Yeah.
of how expensive things have gotten.
Yeah.
And it's true. You know, it's like I've gone less to, you know, fast food places and stuff, but it's just crazy how expensive things have gotten everywhere, you know.
But fast food is not a luxury.
It's not a luxury. No, I know, I get it. It's something
It's
that you want to
gross.
go to and
Yeah.
you get something quick, but still.
But I mean, it's like if the three of us go to Culver's,
Yeah.
we each get a meal. Steven gets a kid's meal, and then we get to order a cheese curds, 45, 50 bucks.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
Easily.
I mean,
Easily. So, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah.
We
but-
did that on Thursday. Tanner went for a drive with the instructor down in Eau Claire for the first time with him, the instructor, and another guy, and another kid. And I'd never taken him in Eau Claire because I can't stand driving in Eau Claire, but I took him all over wherever. But he hopped in. And he was the first one to go, and they took off. He said they were down by the university and all the other stuff
Nice.
down there. And I go, "How was it?" It was fine. He
Well,
just
that's
told
good.
me where to turn, and I did. So, and then the instructor did say he's a very good driver. So,
That's
Oh, good.
Good
That's
job,
awesome.
Tanner.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I ended up getting one of those Oculus or the VR Oculus
Yep.
2.
How you
Quest
liking
2.
that?
It was pretty good. So it's the VR headset thing.
Roger, I know what that is.
All right, just making sure.
Santa
good
brought
for
it.
you.
Yeah.
Santa brought
Santa
it a
bought
couple
one?
of years ago.
Oh, okay.
But I was trying some of the games that come with it or whatever, and then I got Creed.
The boxing game.
Yeah,
Yes.
Quest to Glory or Glory
Yes.
something, Rise to Glory. I played that one round, and I had to sit down because that was
Did you get knocked out or just because
no,
you were
I
dizzy?
won because
You're swinging your arms.
physically boxing.
really?
Trying
Yeah,
to box the guy.
yeah, and dink and dive
Dodging
or
your
what?
punch.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and
Whoa.
duck.
Yeah,
Dink? What dink?
Different game, I
A
think.
dink.
Right.
Dip the dink.
They have those for them too.
Yep, they do. Tanner?
Yeah, I know, Tanner.
yeah.
Tanner,
that
text
was-
me.
Don't go to Uncle Nathan's house. The first time you brought that up to the cabin, and I was walking out on that plank thing
Yes.
up there. Holy crap. I'm scared of heights
Yeah.
to begin with, and then you're up whatever.
It's realistic.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
it is.
cool.
Yeah.
And that's just, when after playing that game, it was like, okay, the whole time I drove to the cabin. I know we have a cement floor.
Yeah.
I'm on the cement floor.
Yeah.
And it's still, my mind is like, well, for this split second, you just fell off of this 60-story building.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
no, you walked in. It's concrete. I didn't fall, but it's realistic.
It's
But that other space game that Landon had,
where you flew around.
yeah, you're flying around in the spaceship way up in the air,
Yeah.
and you got to crawl through the shuttle or whatever.
Yeah.
I was getting sick to my stomach.
yes.
I get that
You
with
can
any
get-
game with that on.
Holy
it. I
buckets.
don't know if it's because it's so close or what it is.
It's the sense of like movement. Like you're actually stationary, but the headset tells your brain that you're actually moving. So that's what makes people dizzy.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
was sweating
Yeah.
bad.
Oh yeah.
That's why I don't play that anymore because of that.
It's
Exactly.
disorienting.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the roller coaster game, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never done that. One.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty
cool.
All of them.
If they would have a fan, if you could have a fan blowing on your face, I think that'd be even cooler.
Really? Yeah. The wind
But
is.
you know,
wind
you're in
face
your own
and stuff.
house. You probably have a fan. You could.
Oh yeah, thanks, Ben.
Just get Lacey to
Oh,
go
yeah.
like this for you.
Oh,
Yeah. That's what you got kids for.
Those big old bay leaves. or
Oh,
whatever.
bay leaves. Yeah.
That's right.
Tanner, Kaylee, pick up those palm fronds and make daddy cool.
Fan daddy.
Start it. Wow. Start a page.
Fan daddy.
Fandaddy.com.
That's right.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
One of the other things on there, you can get YouTube VR.
Yep.
So they're like how you get pictures where they're 360 pictures.
Yeah.
Well, they do that with videos too. So one of the videos that I watched was a guy that jumped out of a hot air balloon and parachuted, and you're jumping out obviously with
Really?
him. You can look around and you see the Earth coming up. It was pretty cool.
You have it now today?
Yeah, it's upstairs.
I got to check that one
gonna
out.
check
Yeah, I mean, you can fly with the Blue Angels.
Yep. Oh, that was another one I did.
You
Yep.
can go on, and another thing that
I'm
I
not
haven't
on
done
that.
yet, but that I think would be super cool. You can go to concerts and sporting events
Yes. Live.
via your Oculus. So
What?
instead of spending $300 for a ticket to a Packer game, let's say, you can spend 30 and on your Oculus go sit 50-yard line and watch the game like you're
What
there.
they'll do is they'll set up like a camera, a 360 camera in the middle there, and then have the streamers just
Yep.
beam into that live
Yep.
feed.
Or I mean, you can watch
Wow.
concerts.
Yeah.
You can watch,
Yep. So
you could
you
go
have the headset on,
watch
you can look around,
Taylor
you look around the
Swift or
stadium.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could watch
Gary Allen.
every Gary Allen concert.
Nobody would
He
pay
has.
to do that.
Yeah, no, that's right. Hey, Landon, I don't know if you're listening today, but get some of this shit loaded onto your Oculus.
Though. You can watch who Alan?
Yeah, Gary.
Who is he?
I'll talk to you after the show.
Is he like a musical artist?
He is the best country music guy.
Well, there goes the
Wouldn't you
rest of
think
our
I would have heard of
followers.
him?
You would have, but they
Have
always.
you ever heard of him, Dave?
I've never.
They
Have you
miss-
heard of Garth Brooks?
Yeah. I've
Huh.
heard of him.
Okay, interesting.
wow,
Got it.
that's
Eat
weird.
Shit. Okay.
They
Sorry,
usually
go ahead.
misspell his name. They put an R in his first name. Alan, like Gary Allen.
This whole thing with having guests, I think, is overrated.
You forgot to say no offense,
No offense.
because now it's fine.
Yeah. So now I can say anything. No offense, but
Yeah.
so one of the other things now this one, I had a good week.
Yeah, good job.
While I was in Green Bay, I had a delivery to my house, and it was a emulator, a video game emulator,
Nice.
and
Very
it's
cool.
supposedly has like 40,000 titles or something on
Was it like a hard drive, or was it an actual device that you just plug into your TV?
I just plugged it into the TV.
HDMI.
Yep.
Yep. There's hundreds of those
Yep.
floating around nowadays.
And then
so.
it come with the controllers that were like kind of like a PlayStation controller, PS5 controller.
Absolutely. Yeah, I tell you, the emulation scene is crazy nowadays. It's everybody wants to cash in on it. You probably look them up on Amazon. You can find certain emulations, retro boxes and stuff that it's got. Every NES game, Super Nintendo game, stuff that you've seen as a kid, and it's like,
Right.
oh hey, it'd be nice to go back and play
Nostalgia.
that. Well, yeah, you can spend like $40-$50 and
Dave Mira, BMX.
So that
Hey, Mira,
was
I got-
essentially that's why I got it, basically.
there you go.
And it's on there, Dave Mira, but it wasn't one of the ones that it wasn't like Dave Mira. BMX.
Yeah, it was an updated one I
Yeah,
saw.
it
Was the
okay.
freestyle remix or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
So
Sure.
the thing that is hard about it though is that it was originally designed for the old school TVs,
Yeah.
the square
Okay.
square
The
screens.
4x3 expert.
Yep. Where you try playing it on TVs nowadays, and it makes it really hard.
Yeah.
So I played it for about 30 seconds, and then I went back to the PS5.
So you're gonna return it?
No, I mean I'll play different games. Some of them are fine.
Buy an old TV.
Yeah. I have 3 CRTs in my basement.
Oh,
There you go. If you want me to bring one over, I can get one.
There's one up at the cabin.
There you go.
I was just up there Friday. I cut grass. It's still wet.
Yeah, I
In
heard
case
that.
you were wondering, it's really, really wet.
I heard
up
this
that way.
morning that Elmer went up there.
Yeah.
And he said it's still wet. Too.
Oh, it's nasty.
The last time I cut, I spent more time weed whacking than I did mowing, and he sounds like he did the same.
Yeah,
Today.
it's not good.
So
There's lots of water.
you don't have to turn on the sprinklers up there.
Not with clay. You don't need.
God, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, clay's.
Clay. Well, ironically, he was my art teacher,
Oh well, that's
and we made
clay.
clay. Yeah, that was his. That's a good story, huh?
Sounds like a bad situation there.
Hey kids, we're gonna make clay hard today.
and we're not going to use the oven.
No kiln necessary.
Yikes.
When you
We
were
will be using friction.
when you were in Green Bay, Dane County,
Brown County.
Brown County. Did you notice? I think I told you to pay attention a little bit
That
when
it
you went
smelled
there.
like goose shit? Yeah, I noticed that.
No, but how their tax dollars are spent. Did you notice how beautiful those roads and bridges and streets? I told him when he was going over, I said, pay attention because
Beautiful.
you'll instantly know. It's remarkable, actually.
Yeah.
I will give them that.
So like their overpass, or whatever, will have the name of the street like actually like engraved into the cement or whatever. It was
In all fairness, though, they have a leg up on almost every other county in the state.
Well, right. I mean,
yeah.
the revenue they got to be taken in is
Right.
But I mean, for them to put it into the county where it's noticeable by
But
outsiders,
all that stuff comes back in spades because people enjoy going there. You know what I mean?
right? Sure.
With all the
Yeah.
tourism and people who like the greatest team in the NFL going there. I mean, that's understandable. You
Here
know?
or there, but
they missed the mark.
If you build it,
miles.
they will come.
And they do.
Well, then we should build one.
Well, the Vikings have tried. They still don't come.
Yeah, they still suck.
All right, we're moving on.
Yep.
Are we on the
I
mail?
think somebody said something about emails.
Yeah, let's
or-
do some email.
I love it.
This is good stuff.
All right.
So we're getting this one came in a couple. Well, this one came in a couple weeks ago, but like we had said, this is actually kind of ironic. Anyway, gentlemen and Chad.
Fuck.
X.
Someday, Chad.
Anyway, go to the next email.
Excellent discussions happening. Chi High alumni here as well. So we were talking about our favorite teachers. Chi High alumni here as well. Favorite teacher definitely would have to be Mr. Roger Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
he was
Mr.
good.
Thompson, he was social studies.
Mr. T.
So
He's pretty sweet.
you guys know I had sent out the picture. I was out at the bars last night, sitting right next to me,
Was it Mr. T?
Mr. Roger Thompson.
No
Nice.
kidding.
Yeah, we sat there,
What?
shook horses and whatever, shake for shots, and,
Yep.
and then on this side of me was his wife Sheila,
Yeah.
who we lovingly refer to as Mama.
Oh,
They actually live
up the hill.
up the hill from where I went last night, so they come down there. They're
Regulars.
more than me. Really.
Well, they just got to roll down the hill.
yeah. Well, but yeah, it was.
He's
so I was-
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude. Yeah.
So I was talking to him a bit last night, and then yeah, I'll share more of the story off the air.
But yeah, no, he was definitely a good teacher as well.
Yeah. Treated everyone fairly.
Yes.
All right,
Good teachers.
Jason,
Oh.
leave those damn kids alone. They could be out there doing drugs or anything else. Instead, they want fun hair color. Definitely not the end of the world. Shit, my kid wanted a perm and I was against it at first.
Yeah.
Then I said, fuck it. There's worse things.
Yes.
So there goes our language. But this is from an email, so
Get off my lawn.
Right.
here's a potential discussion. What is your all-time favorite curse word?
Oh,
There's no question there.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, fuck is the greatest.
Yeah.
Yep,
absolutely.
100%.
And I think it's because it's just so fluent, or at least for me, it seems like
It's
it's
versatile.
just fluent.
It can be used.
It can be used for anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's totally versatile.
Yeah.
Good. Well, there you go. Mine, if I say it has to be, cunt.
That's like one of those true. You don't. That word it's a good word, I guess. But it's not one of those you really use for any other thing. Like when you say it means
Yeah.
pretty much one thing.
Yeah.
You know.
I
gets the
tend to
point
be a lot
across.
more careful about that word
Yeah.
than any other
Unless you do a cunt
curse
punt.
word.
Cunt
Yeah,
punt.
well, cunt punt. But I mean, cunt can be pretty versatile too. I mean, it can mean, you know,
South
the
mouth.
the south mouth, or
True.
don't be such a cunt.
Yeah.
I think in Australia or something, they say that word all the time, and it doesn't mean.
Yeah, cunt and twat they use a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Twat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
It's
good
very
word, too.
British
fucking twat.
word, Australian.
Dumb dink is another one.
Dumb dink, yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
one.
I'll have to.
Dumb dink. Yeah, I like that.
I'll have to have Landon.
Bloody wanker.
He was just out west, and they use a phrase. Oh damn it! I forgot what he said, but they use it like we don't use it here, but they use it day to day out there. Like a word, and I'm trying to think what it was. We'll go on.
But I think Australia has something like that. They say those kind of words, and they mean to.
Well,
They,
like
they just say it, and it doesn't mean
overseas,
really
they use fag for a cigarette.
Right.
nothing. Right.
That's it.
you
That's
know-
the word.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
what they
there
use
you
out
go.
west too.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Like it's nothing over there. Let's go outside and have a fag.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
means let's go have a smoke.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
And obviously in the U.S., that's not what that means.
Right.
I was gonna say that'd be hard to be like, oh, last night I had this fag in my mouth.
Oh, I thought you quit smoking.
He vapes now.
Who said anything about smoking?
He is electronic.
Yeah.
Electronic fag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The emailer's favorite word has to be cunt. I absolutely love that word. I wish it was more acceptable, like shit, bitch, or fuck. But if I get to hear someone say a curse word, I love hearing someone from the Long Island area saying cocksucker. That is absolutely amazing. What are your thoughts? So it's a Long Island accent.
Can we ask AI?
I'm assuming it's a lot like Boston. It's got to be along those lines.
Boston
I
Yeah.
assume.
Yeah.
Cocksucker? I don't know. I don't speak
Chowder.
Long Island.
So would AI be able to tell you that?
I have no idea.
Maybe. We can look it up later.
All right.
We YouTube it.
When I was on that cruise where I got mistaken for Larry the Cable Guy, I was up on the smoking deck one day, and I ended up meeting these two guys who were from Boston and New York, and they were the prototypical like New York gangster, dressed to the nines, smoking fat stogies, hair slicked back. The one guy's voice was so deep and gravelly, like if you heard him talk in a dark alley, your bowels would immediately release. Like, I'm dead right now. And they were just the coolest dudes, and we would sit and bullshit and smoke cigars, for several hours at a time. But they both had those accents, and oh man, it was awesome.
You're talking
to
like
those
Al
guys.
Capone gangster, or like today's.
No, like alcohol.
Yeah,
like I mean, they weren't. We were on a cruise, right? But they
Yeah.
just had that vibe about them,
Yeah,
right? Like
right.
the hair slicked back, like Italian.
Yeah, yeah.
Forget about it. You know. And I can't remember what the hell I said the one day, but it was something that referred back to a previous conversation that I'd had, and I was kind of poking fun at the one guy, And the other guy's like, "Oh, look at the fucking gabones on this guy," like it was fucking.
This motherfucker.
Yeah, and exactly. He had the hand going and everything.
yeah.
He's like, "This
hand
Wisconsin motherfucker," and it was like, it was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
That is so cool.
All right, we got one more. I just gotta.
Fast moving game.
All right,
He's over there playing Tetris.
Yeah.
I'm looking up that VR game. I gotta have plans tonight. Pickup lines at 40 years old. If a 40-year-old was to want to pick up a midnight snack at the bar, what would be his pickup line to make it harder than a honeymoon bridge?
I heard one the other day.
How pink is your burgers?
Ooh. Yeah. Maybe not take the S off. Maybe burger.
Burger.
Yeah. How pink is
This
your
this
burger?
this would be a female.
No, maybe
I like that one.
I'm way off on that one.
No, I don't think so. I think it would work.
I think this was a female pickup line, which is a little rare, obviously. But, were you born on the 4th of July? Because you make me want a hot dog real bad.
I thought it was going to be something about bang.
Oh yeah,
So I have a shirt I got for the 4th of July. It says, just here to bang.
yeah.
That's a good one.
It didn't work last year. But.
Shocking.
Yeah.
So you're saying it wasn't the shirt, per
So you're
se.
saying like how you doing?
How you doing?
That doesn't work.
Yeah.
No more. Try it.
It's worth it.
Like old
mean-
school.
Yeah, old school. Worked then.
Yeah.
Should work now.
Yeah.
So
I used to know a guy that when we would go to the bar, his method of picking up women was just to walk around the bar, and any chick he thought was
Yeah.
fuckable, he would walk up behind her and either grab her ass or slap her ass.
Boy.
And 9 out of 10 would turn around and slap him or say, "You fucker," or whatever.
Right.
But there was always that one chick every night that would just turn around, like angry at first, and then she'd see him be like, "Hey," and he took him home.
Huh.
I mean,
Her.
well, you know what I mean. Took
Yeah.
that person home. Yeah, it
Yeah.
took her home. Yeah, it was. It never did not work. Not one time did I ever see it fail to work.
There
Pretty
you
impressive.
Try that
I
one.
don't think you can get away
Project.
with that nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's unwelcome physical contact.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much.
Yeah.
That's all I
So
got.
my problem is I have no game, obviously,
100%.
whatsoever. but you couple that with I am
Thank you,
oblivious.
Captain Obvious.
I'm also oblivious though to when someone is trying to come on to me. So I'm very hard
Except the
to-
guys. You know when that's it. You feel that.
I said that when they're coming on to me, not coming on me.
Oh. Didn't
I
hear
am
that.
100% oblivious to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I mean, there were. I was out in Menominee one time when I was single, and this chick comes up to me, and you could smoke in the bars at that time,
Yeah.
and I'm standing there smoking a cigarette.
Fuck,
and,
you're old.
yeah, 100%. She comes up and she's like, "Excuse me, do you have a lighter?" And she's got a cigarette, And I was like, "Oh yeah, you bet."
She's
you
got a
know.
fag.
And I handed the lighter, and she lights her cigarette, and she stands there for like 30 seconds, and I'm just standing there, and then she turns around and walks away. And later that night, I was like, yeah, that was probably,
Yeah.
she was interested. But like even my wife, Kristen, we met at a party, and I think we had gone. I don't know if we'd actually gone out a couple times or not, but she was over at her house one night with one of her friends or whatever, and everybody had been drinking, and her friend was like, "Well, we'll probably have to stay the night here, because we've all been drinking and we can't drive or whatever." And we were like, "Yeah, and Kristen was like, "Well, I don't really want to sleep on a couch, And I was like, "Oh, no problem. You can sleep in my room, or and I can sleep down here on the couch or whatever, because I don't ever want to be that
Right.
You're a
forward.
true
too
gentleman,
forward.
yeah.
You know what I mean?"
Yep.
And her friend was like, just looked at me like, "Ben, don't be such a fucking moron," And then she said something, and I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, you could just stay in my room," like
There you
totally
Yeah.
clueless, Yeah.
So catch
100%.
catch on to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listeners, I'm having a party this week now. We're going to give that a shot.
All right. Cool.
It's gonna just be all women lined up, and Chad's gonna go back and slap everyone's ass and see which one.
That's it.
Only
See-
10 of them.
See which one reacts.
It's
Right,
gonna
yeah.
be the granny panty neighbor.
Yes, the return of the granny panties.
Never mind, it's canceled.
And that's only because he won't get his hand back after it makes contact.
She's a nice lady.
He's being sucked like in like a tractor beam.
Yeah. Oh.
Come here, Chad.
Damn it.
I knew you were gonna mow my lawn one way or another.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Woo! Hoping for a drought.
Oh, it'll be dry.
You might just
dusty.
make the sprinklers come on.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Let's do a new thing.
Okay.
Let's do something new. Let's do
Okay.
some Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary.
Let's do some of those definitions. So I think, well, obviously because it's new, we gotta explain kind of what it is.
Yep. So I have some words that I've found out and about on the interwebs that exist on Urban Dictionary. I don't know what any of them mean, just like nobody here knows what any of them mean. But we're going to plug these words into Urban Dictionary and look them up. I will read the word, and the guys here will take turns, or whatever. We'll go around the room here, have a friendly discussion about what the word means, and then I will read the actual definition.
See if it actually lines up with what we think it is.
Before you start, we want to do like two of them, just 2 words or 3, and then maybe see if our guest has any topics. You know, if we want to do,
There is one topic I do want to talk to him about. though.
yeah, okay,
All right, yeah.
It has something to do with a
do a
silver
couple,
vehicle.
maybe just do 2,
Yeah.
to see how it goes, and our listeners like
Yeah.
the new Sig
Yeah.
Mint.
Actually, I shouldn't say silver. I should say famous vehicle.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
now I'm interested.
All right.
I'm interested.
Famous.
And now, before we really get into this Urban Dictionary, if there's children listening, I'm going to probably have to recommend that you
Plug your
Turn-
ears.
Turn it up.
Earmuffs, earmuffs.
Plug your ears. Put
You
your
were gonna
finger in your
learn.
ears, children.
All right.
You're going to learn things.
First word, bukkake.
Oh, I know what that is.
Bukkake.
Cocky.
Now, I will preface this by saying that on Urban Dictionary there can be multiple meanings for or multiple entries for a word.
Okay.
Okay.
I was going to say, because
I've heard this.
Chad told me about this.
Right. Well, I know Chad's got a box of biscuits he keeps at home just for
Oh,
using that.
maybe that's not what I.
Oh no, it's just part of his ritual for.
Oh, it's just something
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah.
I don't tell you everything.
I did have a friend.
Are they the Red Lobster biscuits at
I
least?
had a buddy I used to work with. His wife called him at work one day, or maybe they were just dating at the time. But anyways, his significant other called him at work one time, and they were talking or whatever, and and she asked him, "What is buck cake?"
Yeah, the way it's spelled is like
Bukkake, and she
Yes.
thought it was like buck cake. I take it Jason doesn't know what
No,
bukkake
I
is.
have no idea what
Really?
you're talking about.
Oh,
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So this will be interesting.
well, I'll just
if
go
it's-
ahead with the.
If it's buck cake, I wonder if that's something you guys do up at the hunting camp.
What do you say?
Bukkake.
Like B-U-T-T?
No, buck.
B-U-B-U-B-A-K-K-G-E.
I don't think there's a G.
Bukkake.
A-K-E.
Yeah.
Right.
Like buck,
Buck.
horns, cake.
Buck cake.
Yeah,
But it's
that's
pronounced-
phonetically spelled. Yeah.
But it's pronounced bukkake.
Yep.
So they
Oh,
get
that's what this is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bukkake.
But
no, I have no idea
I'll
what
take
it
a
is.
shot. I don't know it. I'll take a shot. Something to do with poop or feces or shit or something like that along that lines. It's a bunch of bukkake. You know, you're full of bukkake. You're full of it.
Caca.
You're
Oh,
full
I
of-
can see where that would come from.
You're,
That, yeah.
you're full of you're full of crap.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
that's why my
I'm not. I'm regular.
you're regular.
Yeah, he's empty.
So that
You use the bucket.
The bucket's full.
The
But
bucket.
so that the normal thing of bukkake is like there's a chick and there's 12 dudes or how a boatload of dudes gathered around her,
Okay.
and they're all blowing their loads on the one chick.
Yeah.
brother.
That's like
She's getting a shower. Cream
yeah,
pie
that's
shower.
what a standard bukkake is. But this definition made me chuckle pretty hard.
You're way off.
Bukkake. This is when a mommy and a daddy and another daddy and another daddy and another daddy and all of their best friends decide that mommy needs new face cream. They then proceed to gather around mommy in a ring and take turns ejaculating
A
on her.
ring? Ding ding.
That one, just that definition made me chuckle.
All right.
I like the way it was written: the mommy and daddy, and then daddy and daddy's
Daddy.
friend, and daddy's
Yeah.
daddy's daddy's friend.
All right,
Not
so
even
now
close.
plugging in the next word.
Yikes.
This is
Is that what
called.
you were thinking it was?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you knew. Okay, you knew. All right.
Nate watched that this morning.
Nate
Sorry,
participated this morning.
That VR.
Yeah.
VCR.
This term is called suicide wank. W-A-N-K.
Oh,
So my initial assumption would be that it's and there's a name for it, a different name for it. But what's the one where they like hang?
Autoerotic
strangulation or-
asphyxiation.
Yeah, or they hang
Right.
themselves or something while they're-
blackout.
Yeah.
yeah.
But, yeah.
But wasn't there a guy that died, like a famous, like a celebrity? kind of-
Yeah, the dude from Kill Bill, wasn't it that guy?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the yeah.
Yeah, I would say along those like, I don't want to go that extreme, but she cut it off or partially cut it off.
like Lorraine Bobbitt.
Bobbitt, yeah.
I'm against that.
Not going to try that later.
No,
You know those old grinders that you make the
don't like that.
Yep.
on the table when you
Right.
make the
The meat grinder.
The meat
grinder?
grinder?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be like
Oh,
a suicide,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, mine's not big enough. They could never do that. They would have to cut it off and throw it in, unless I laid on top of it. I suppose.
Yeah.
Trim the sides.
Dip the nuts in.
Nut dipper.
We'll add that to Urban Dictionary later.
Nut
Yeah.
dipper. I like it.
I'm guessing we're off.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Suicide wank. When you're having a wank, just before blowing your load, you shout out, "Mom" or "Dad."
Oh.
Then try and finish the job before they get into your
Oh boy.
Tanner. Challenge thrown down, Tanner.
That is hilarious. Wow, I did not see that coming. That is awesome.
Neither did Mom and Dad, hopefully.
Yeah, right.
That just means he wouldn't be succeeding.
See who comes soonest.
Yeah.
like-
Yeah. Who's gonna?
Do you succeed or do you fail?
Eeks.
That's not fair. Nate gets a whole block. He gets the whole
Oh,
block.
yeah.
That's not fair. Tanner's at a disadvantage. She's just going to yell upstairs.
He doesn't have to yell upstairs. He doesn't have to do that.
Jason will no longer ever answer Tanner.
Nah, I just open the door and yell,
Yeah.
Tanner!
Tanner will yell upstairs, and Jason Lacey will be sitting on the couch, and
Yeah.
he'll be like, "It's your turn. You ask him.
Yeah. It's
You
your-
ask what he needs."
Oh, that's hilarious.
Actually, he doesn't even do that. We just text back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the way to do it.
I guess.
Apparently, I got the same issue. I'll send a text, or I'll get one back, and I'll be like, "Yep, I'm pretty sure you're only 13 steps up."
Yep.
Like,
Get your ass down.
Come on
there.
down.
Yep. Talk.
That's a good segment. I like that. I bet you viewers can, they can play along as well. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what is that?
yeah, because you gave them, enough time for them to
kinda
get
guess
the
what it
wheels
would be,
rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's very cool.
We could do one more.
I got one more.
Let's do one.
Yeah,
He's
one
the
more.
look. He's
We're
got
going
the
for it.
smile.
He's
We
got
always
it.
got one more.
Smirks on the face.
Okay.
Ice cream sandwich.
Urban Dictionary?
I'm gonna not to be not. I'm gonna go with 2 African Americans and a white chick.
In the middle of winter, outside.
Okay, sure. Yep. Because to me, an ice cream sandwich.
Ice
Yeah,
cream?
you got the chocolate on the
chocolate's
outside.
on the outside and
then
the inside's vanilla,
There you
so
go.
it's a
Yeah.
You
little.
could do an Oreo.
Yeah, well, that's summertime.
Oreo.
Oreo.
Yeah, exactly. But
That's
something
when-
to do with cold, too. It's got to be cold.
Yeah. I suppose
That's
that
what I'm
makes
going
sense.
with, for my guess.
In the freezer
The
Walmart.
freezer.
in the Walmart freezer.
Walmart
There you
freezer
go, yes.
with the guy that's smoking out front.
That's why he's just getting done with
next question.
He's just getting done with the ice cream sandwich, so he has to go out and smoke.
Go out and smoke early in the morning. On
That's
Sundays.
good stuff.
Yep.
I think we nailed this one.
Yeah?
I'm feeling pretty confident.
well, the way Ben,
Negative.
I was gonna say,
Oh, we got
the
a
way,
thumbs down.
Yeah, the way that Ben went.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I knew it wasn't right.
We're not even close.
So
are we?
Chad's was one of the many, one of
Yeah.
the many.
Okay. Yeah.
But there's 2 that made me chuckle and one that stood out, but I'll read the 2 that really made me chuckle. When a girl creams and it goes in between her pussy lips is one. And so the sentence is, "Damn girl, you got that ice cream sandwich." But this is the one that really did it for me. Ice cream sandwich. When one is hitting a girl anal style and she shits on the floor, then the guy comes in the shit and makes her eat it. Imagine a long, thick brown turd with a nice thin strip of jizz in the middle, resembling an ice cream sandwich.
I'm now lactose intolerant for sure.
I don't
Never
wanna
eating
picture
ice
that.
cream sandwich again.
La la la. Get it on my head.
Nope, don't like that.
Don't like that
That's
at all.
not where I was going with this.
No.
So now, Jason, you could self-assemble in your bucket in the garage if you wanted.
You're right. I could, but that's wrong.
I think that's called a personalized ice cream sandwich.
I just made it. Ice cream sandwich.
Ice cream man.
Sweetie, come out here. Look at what I made.
I took a left turn.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, we hit
No,
it.
I
That
did not
was
see that coming. That was good.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that's bukkake.
Who got you right? Yeah, there you go.
That's why you wear goggles. You don't want to get it in your eye.
Goggles.
safety first.
Yep.
Always.
OSHA.
Yeah.
Hey, I know last night was really late for you, Jason, but
It was.
did you go on
I stayed
your
up all the way till like 9:15.
That's amazing.
overachiever?
Wow.
Did you get up in time for your grocery date?
I did, yes.
So you did. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. I was up at 5.
nervous. I was
got up at
nervous.
5.
Okay, that was. I thought of that last night when you text back to the group, and I was like, they must not be going out in the morning.
Right?
Oh, yeah. We made her out there this morning.
Good
Well, that's
dedication.
good.
Sunday's
Good
grocery
for you.
Was your buddy outside?
He was not there today.
Are you all right about it?
I'm fine.
Oh, you didn't ask
I'm
where he
fine.
was?
Why do you think I'm so calm today?
Yeah, that's true. You are, a little.
A little more laid back today. That's right.
He was not there.
All right.
Dave?
You got a
Anything you want
question or
to
topic?
chat about?
Well, I was gonna refer back to a previous episode of yours. What did you purchase with your first paycheck? For me, well, I did actually work with Ben at one point. I worked with him at Wendy's for 2 weeks.
As I say, not for long.
Not for long. I took that job, and Wendy's fast food, yeah, it didn't really agree with me. So I quit that. But
Not the
did-
food, the job.
The job. Okay.
yeah.
I was going to say that the food doesn't agree with me either.
That's right. So I was actually working at SFR in Cadott, and this was back in 1998, long time ago. And my first purchase with my first paycheck was a Sony PlayStation 1.
Oh.
Great
Little
purchase. Yes.
Grade flat
Yep, it was
disc
great.
one. Yeah.
Sony PlayStation, a lot of great games. So had a lot of good times with that system. So
Nice.
yeah, so it was my first purchase. So
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
How many, Dave is a really, really, I don't have enough words to emphasize, big video game guy.
I'm a geek.
yeah.
I'm
No,
a
I mean,
huge
just,
geek.
I mean, you
Yeah.
are very much into video games.
Yes, I am.
How many video games do you
Yeah.
have?
I have a
was-
total-
And we'll say physical media. I know you've got a lot of
Yep.
emulators and
Grand
stuff
total,
like
I have about 2,000 actual physical games, consoles.
that. Most expensive video game.
Little Samson CIB.
Yeah, they want to know how much.
That's about a $5,000 game
For one game?
for one game.
And what
What is-
platform is that played
That's
on?
for NES.
NES.
And what does it do?
It's a
You're over my
platformer.
head.
It was a very low
Platformers like a Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
platformer
running
is
across
like you
the
jump
same-
from platform to platform basically. But it was a very low print run. It came out at basically at the end of the life cycle of the Nintendo.
Okay.
Way back in the day, so there wasn't a whole lot of them made. The Super Nintendo was already out, so nobody really paid attention to it. So it's a very collectible type of a game. So,
Second most valuable.
probably a Hagane. You guys have probably never heard of it. It was a Blockbuster rental exclusive. Hagane is for Super Nintendo. That's a CIB cartridge as well. But yeah, it's that was obviously a very low print run as well.
So you're saying you just never returned it?
Now you rented it and never get back to it. Yes.
And how much is that one worth?
That one's worth about, I'd say, $1,500. I'd say,
Okay.
give or take.
And then how many gaming systems do you own? Let me make it easier.
Well-
Is there any gaming system you don't own?
I don't own a. Oh gosh, that's a harder question too. It's like, no, I think I own every. I don't own like the older systems. Like I don't own a Commodore, and I don't
Yep.
own like a Atari 2600 or Intellivision and stuff like that. But I
But
own
basically anything after Nintendo?
everything after Nintendo, I do
You-
own.
So you don't have an Atari? Or you
I
have an
I
Atari,
Atari
just not a
7800,
certain...
Which some consoles actually are the best of both worlds because they play their current systems and then they actually play legacies consoles. as
Previous
well.
consoles
Previously
games.
consoles. Like an Atari 7800 will play Atari 7800 and 2600 games.
Okay.
As Atari 5200, I don't own that game
Okay.
console. Yeah, so I did own it at
So
one point. but it was-
anything made after the Atari 7800, including the 7800,
Correct.
you got them all.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
Do you have?
Go
Do you
ahead.
have them like playable? So
Yeah.
they're set up
That was
in
question
They're all
like a
set up
Switch
to be
or
able
something?
to. as soon as you turn on, you can actually play them instantly. So they're actually, I have a lot of Switch boxes.
Yeah.
I was just
set
going
up.
to say
Yeah,
that.
Switch
Dave's
boxes.
basement is amazing.
I actually purposely bought a receiver that had like 11 HDMI ports in the back of it, so I could hook up all my and then
damn.
that's another thing too. A lot of the
Old
game
ones.
manufacturers, they actually released mini systems like an NES Classic, a Super Nintendo Classic, a PlayStation Classic. So I wanted to hook all them up at the same time. I don't play on the big screen and stuff, and a lot of people look at me. It's like, well, hey, you have every console. It's like, why don't you go for a complete collection of certain games? It's like I emulate as well. I'm a big emulation guy. Some of my consoles are modded so they can actually play every, like my NES for example, my Nintendo. I have like a little SD card full of all the games, the whole entire NES library. Pop that into the system. You can play it on. I play it on my CRT TV, and I can play it on a regular.
So those are the old tube TVs,
Correct.
and a lot of those old gaming systems you don't have to play on there.
Correct.
But it was made to be played on there, so
Yep.
it looks better.
Yeah,
and,
that is correct. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's I basically have accumulated this like throughout my life. I started out. My first game console was the NES, was the Nintendo. My brother's first console was the Atari, and I basically have been collecting all my life. So
So yeah, any listeners out there, if you still happen to have old tube TVs at home, it is honestly a pretty big market for people
There
who are
is.
big into gaming
Yes.
that are looking for those. Surprisingly,
Do you know how many we shot?
You know how many I just threw away? 3.
yeah.
Go get them. Go get them. I'm going to have to start watching across the street.
so when I think of obviously
there you
I've
go.
known Dave since kindergarten, but when I think of Dave, I think of three things: video games, Lego, and the Packers.
Yeah,
He's a
I'm-
big Wisconsin sports guy in general,
I
but
love Wisconsin.
we're
sports. I
both
also
huge
love
Packer
Lego as
fans.
well. Yeah.
So Legos,
So a couple of the most expensive hobbies I'm definitely
yeah.
into. So
How many Lego sets assembled in your basement?
Well, I'd have to say about 25 sets, but they're the bigger sets.
Right.
Like I own like the Lego.
This is not like a Lego Ferrari.
No.
We're talking
like,
Legos
modular
that
sets.
that would take up most of this
yes. Or
For
this-
one?
Actually, this
For
basement.
one.
Yeah.
one set would cover most of
Yeah.
this table.
So I have like the Lego Millennium Falcon, the Lego Star Destroyer.
Lego Millennium Falcon would easily cover most
Yeah,
of this table.
It's about the
Can you
size
bring
of
that up?
this table. Yeah, basically. So
and that set is how much?
it's
The
when it
Millennium
came out, it
Falcon.
was $800, but
Yep.
then I also added a $400
Right,
lighting
because I know
kit
you've
to
got
it.
the lighting kit on it.
So that at that time, so I've sunk quite a few dollars.
So yeah, he has. It is a giant Millennium Falcon. You couldn't wrap your arms around
Yeah.
it. It's that big.
You have to pick it up with two hands because it's that
Wow.
big. So
and
it's
and then
crazy.
it's got he has a lighting kit on it, so like it lights up and it
Yeah.
makes sounds too, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got and it actually just got a speaker inside of the thing,
Yep.
so you press a button and
Yep.
actually like the sound of it taking off.
What are
So-
some of the other big sets that you've got?
Well, I have a lot of the modular sets. When I say modular sets, they're basically like actual buildings that are like very detailed levels.
Because you have the Ghostbusters fire
I have a
station, right?
Ghostbusters fire station that opens up and stuff, and some of the stuff that Lego has been
That's
doing
what you
nowadays has
got?
been ridiculously. Yeah, that's the set that I got right there. Yep. Yeah, that's the UCS Millennium Falcon, and so when I bought it when it came out, it was $800 when it came out. So,
But I only know about Legos just because I'm friends with Dave, and you get curious, when you hear him talk about them, and
Yeah.
it is absolutely mind-boggling how much some of those sets go for.
exactly.
Thousands of
yeah,
dollars.
it's
Like, isn't the Titanic a giant?
yeah. The
just seen
Titanic
one
is
of
actually
those.
the biggest set. I think at the time when it was released, it was the biggest set that Lego released, and I don't even know. I mean, I looked at that set. That was a set that I never really. I mean, it would be cool to have, but
Right.
Was it like
just
$1,000?
Wasn't my. No, it wasn't that it cost too much.
No?
It was
Okay.
just that I just I was and that's a huge set too.
That would be cool.
It would be cool. And what's cool is that it actually breaks apart, and you can actually look at the different levels of the actual Titanic as well inside of it. So
Sweet.
yeah, just some of the stuff that Lego has been doing nowadays. It's not only a pleasing to adult or to kids, but it's a pleasing to adults as well. So granted, it is expensive, but if you take the time, I'm not going out and I'm buying like 10 sets at a time. It's like you just go at your own pace. That's another thing too. It's like I sunk thousands and thousands of dollars into my
$700.
hobbies, but it's my hobby.
Right,
It's
right.
like it's what I love to do. Some people might like hunting or fishing, like obviously you guys. So, but it's just something if you're passionate about it and you got the time and the money, you just do it at your own pace. You don't have to go all at once.
Well, and it's not like you bought them all at once, right?
Exactly.
You've been building
Yeah.
this collection your whole life, and you're old as fuck.
Yeah.
You know,
So if you ever have your own video games, don't.
So this is you're saying this is like over 30 years you're doing.
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, so it's just something that, it's like, the physical media, the Legos,
Well, and you've got a full-on video game in your
Collection.
basement too.
Oh, absolutely.
The arcade style.
Yeah, I
video
have an
game.
arcade cabinet in my basement as well.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, which is
Good Lord.
obviously mine. It's got like a 1,500 arcade games and stuff like that. So,
But I mean, it's you guys remember like the arcade style where there's 4 spots to play around it?
Yeah.
It's that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
4 people can stand at the
Right.
video game
Like
and
the
play.
Yeah.
NBA
So,
Jam
like
or
Yep.
whatever. That
Ninja
one?
Turtles,
Yep.
Simpsons.
It's one of those
X-Men.
styles, yeah.
Yeah, so you can all
That's
sit
pretty
around and play.
cool.
So,
Yeah.
So the next party, if you guys want to come over and play some games, I'm all for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. I would definitely. It'd
Sounds
be
like we're gonna
interesting.
have to do it on a Friday, and then
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
there all weekend
Yeah.
long.
We used to do that a lot when we were younger.
Yeah, I
Get
remember
together on a Friday night, order
Yeah.
pizzas and Mountain Dews, whatever,
staying up till like
and
3 a.m. playing like
Rock Band
yeah,
and
NF
all that shit. Yeah.
just great gaming nights. It's
Yeah.
like-
So have you played all these games? Like have you played them all? Or
time is a big thing when playing. It's like I'm a gamer first and a collector second. I do play a lot of the games that I own, but my back catalog is ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's so many games that I want to get to. And a lot of times it's like I'll play a game and I'll set it down and I'll move on to another one and I won't even come back to the one I mean to come back to play it, but it can just get a little overwhelming.
So, like, I mean, it's probably, and I won't say probably, it is impossible probably
it is
to have played all the emulation games, but your physical media,
Yeah.
have you played every one of them?
No, not even close. So,
Okay.
so I mean, there are games on my shelf that'll probably still be on my shelf. I never even touch. But I mean, I try to play as much as I can. But obviously, life
Yeah.
happens.
And then
so.
you have the newest PlayStation VR one too,
Correct.
right?
Yeah, PlayStation VR 2. Actually, it's kind of a funny story because I showed the
Yep.
VR 1 to you, and it was so immersive. It's like I got to get a VR 2, and so far PlayStation hasn't really done a whole lot with the VR 2. I mean, there are some good games, but they've actually just announced an adapter that you can actually hook up your PlayStation VR 2 to your PC, so you can play PC VR games. So that would be really cool, but. Not taking it away from the Oculus, but the Oculus has been really good too because you don't even need a PC or a PlayStation
Oh,
to
it's
play
stand-
that.
yeah,
So.
it's just standalone.
Yeah.
So I was actually looking when I was thinking about getting a VR thing. I was looking between the PlayStation VR or the Oculus. Well, of course, now there's a Quest 3
Yeah,
that's out.
Yes,
But the Quest 2, the reason I went with Quest 2 is because now they just reduced it another $50. So now I mean, it's down to $200.
Yep, absolutely. So it's very
So,
affordable.
Yeah. So I went with that just to kind of try it, see if I even liked it. And
Yep. VR is a very niche market. I mean, there is a demand for VR, but I think it's slowly getting to where it's gaining in popularity. So it's some people love it.
Well,
some
as the
people hate it.
technology gets better and
Right.
Yep.
the games like
Newest, greatest.
even when the game graphics are horrible, you still feel immersed. But
Right.
I think as the game graphics get better, that's the selling point. I think for a lot of people are the game's graphics.
Absolutely.
But
well, and then games themselves. I mean, that
Yeah.
was one thing that I was kind of looking at too when I wanted to buy it was what do you have for games? Like what?
Right.
Right. Exactly.
I don't-
Yeah, the main thing is the games. Is the focus point is like why do you buy a gaming system in the first place? Is the game. It's
Yeah,
like if the games aren't there, then you're really not going to gravitate towards them.
Right.
And that brings me back to another point too. It's like I'm a fan of physical media to actually physically buy an actual game that you can actually hold in your hands. When was the last time you guys went to a store and bought like a movie or a game or a CD?
Years
or something
and
like that?
years.
It's
I
been
would
years and
say,
years.
yeah,
Wow.
a year probably at least. About
And that's
a year.
what's kind of alarming nowadays is because it's like the way that things are trending is everything's going to a subscription platform. You can't actually own. Companies they don't want you to own anything anymore. They want you to keep paying money.
Yeah, so
on
you
a
rent
monthly
it.
basis.
Right.
And it's ridiculous because you games can get forgotten because you move on to another platform. It's like, oh, hey, what's the next latest and greatest thing? There are games that have been forgotten on like previous other systems that you can't even play anymore because they're just they're locked to that system. You can't even purchase them for download and stuff. So it's an alarming. People are kind of seeing that now because it's becoming a concern. Because it's hey. Why companies they don't want you to buy a game and resell it, because they don't see a dime if you resell it to somebody else. They want you to keep paying for over and over again. So it is just kind of I want to be able to raise that awareness. So say, hey, allow us to have a choice, either download, and I'm not saying I'm against downloading digital content and stuff like that. I love downloading a game, and owning,
especially Tales from the Hicks podcast. Download that everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm all for that, but allow us as a consumer, to have a choice between either owning.
Well, and most of the new systems that are coming out now don't even have the option for physical media.
Correct. Right.
Yeah, PlayStation 5, you can get 2 different consoles. One is a disc, and one of them there's no slot for a disc. You have to download the game.
Yep. Absolutely. And a lot of times when you buy newer games for a new console, you put the disc in, and you don't.
Doesn't matter anyway.
It downloads.
You still have to download a shitload of stuff.
You have to download the game, and that's installed to your hard drive. The disc is just basically like your license to to play the game. So
I have a lot of other questions, but
I got lots of them too.
I'm just gonna ask one of them. Do you have a game that is like this? You're gonna play it every time you turn it on, or every week? Like, am I gonna?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Were ya?
A favorite game?
Yeah. Well, and I don't want to just say a favorite game, but like a game like a lot of my buddies, they cannot wait for the new Madden to come out.
Yeah.
And the new hype this year that I see on the internet and everybody
Farming
talking about.
Simulator.
Close second, I think, but is the new NCAA football.
Yeah, that's
but
huge.
they're like, yeah, I played 6 games this week.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
do you have a game like that, or are you all over?
we actually have a clan that we play in. We call ourselves the One Plate Posse, OPP.
Yeah, you know me.
You know me. That's right. Our go-to game, like as a group, like as we play together, is Call of Duty. And
Okay.
It doesn't matter what Call of Duty
yeah.
is out. We always have a blast playing that. There's always something to do in that game series. So
I tried that because
you tried getting into Call of Duty?
Yeah, so I got into Fortnite from whatever. So I had gotten into that, but I'm like, all right, it's time to grow up and play like an adult, because Fortnite's more of like, you'd think more kids play Fortnite
Yeah.
and then adults play Call of Duty. So I tried it once. I literally got shot and died while I was parachuting into the match like 3 times, and I'm like, nope, I'm done. We're frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, are we frozen? Oh no.
That happened last week too.
I saw that
Okay.
last week too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Sorry, I just noticed that.
So,
Yeah.
That's all right.
Jason, do you had a question? Or
Yeah, so no,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
what I was gonna ask. Was
Oh.
your famous?
No, you had
Famous-
another question.
Famous car.
Silverish.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
You did have a.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say famous, but like a iconic.
Well,
car.
let's start with your favorite film franchise of all time.
that's easily. It's Back to the Future.
Right, and then
Yes.
we'll take it
That's-
from there.
I've been a
No.
fan
As
of
a-
Back to the Future
As
ever
a
since-
collector of all things Back to the
Yes.
Future, what would the holy grail be of
Obviously, it would be the actual vehicle. The actual
Sure, which
car,
was the-
Back to the. I think they used a 1982 or 81 DeLorean.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I was an actual owner of a 1983 DeLorean.
Yes, you were.
My
Jason's
dad-
very excited.
Yeah,
Or
dude.
was,
This is.
or,
I still am excited. Yeah, I'm excited for you, and
Yes.
I only got to see it once.
My dad originally, when he was growing up, he was into cars, and he was actually a car collector.
Yeah, because you guys had some Packards
we owned
and
a
stuff like
1930 Packard.
Yeah.
We owned a 1940 Chrysler. I think 1930 Chevy two-door coupe, I think, which is a really cool car to drive. I drove that to school one time. That was really neat. But one of the last purchases that my dad had was
There it is.
was a 1983 DeLorean, and you can see that on the screen right now. So and it was all original. When we bought it, it had like 3,200 original miles. 3,200.
Yeah.
Wow.
What year did you buy that?
1995.
That's what I thought it was, 95.
Yeah, it was
2 years before we
2 years before I
graduated.
graduated high school. Yeah. So, it was like I did my homework in that car because I loved it so much, and it was just an amazing vehicle. I took it to a lot of shows. Drove it to a lot of. It was a big.
And that car is all stainless.
Right.
Yep, it's
Yep,
all
it's all
stainless
stainless
steel.
steel.
And gullwing
Slow
doors, obviously.
as fuck.
The engine of it was a Volvo Renault engine. It was a V6 engine. It did not have enough power to power the car, and it had no power steering either. It was basically like a really bad driving vehicle. Obviously to get it on the road, but a big hit. Everywhere I drove it, it's like everybody. That looked at me. It's like, hey, go Back to the Future, man. So yeah.
Tell the Water Street story.
Yeah, I was just that was my next question.
Okay, so the Water Street story was pretty interesting. At the time, my roommate and I, it's like, well, let's take the DeLorean out to Water Street, and of course, it was Friday night. College was going on.
It was
at the time.
me and you.
Was it me and you?
Uh-huh.
I thought it was
No,
you, Tanner.
it was me and you.
Well, anyway, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, no, I'm thinking going back on it, it was. So anyway, we're going down Water Street
In Eau Claire.
So Water Street, for anybody who doesn't know, is the main drinking street for UW Eau Claire.
Right.
Main drinking street in Eau Claire. It's lined with bars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Friday and Saturday nights when school is in session, it is jumping.
Yes, there's kids
College kids everywhere, smoking hot chicks all over.
Yeah.
It's
There's
a hopping
kids
joint.
everywhere, just having a great time, drinking up on Water Street. So we're driving
And
down
I
Water
think
Street.
we were still in high school, if I'm
We
not
were still in
mistaken.
high school. Yeah, we were. So I don't know if I thought of the idea or you thought it.
I don't remember.
Let's open the doors down
Yeah,
Water
so
Street.
we drove down Water Street with the gullwing doors
Open
open.
the doors and
While you were moving.
Oh, yeah, we drove
everybody on the sides of the street were like looking and
going
pointing at us.
nuts.
Hey, go
I
Back
bet.
to the Future, man! That's such a great car. It's just driving down. It's having a great time.
Yeah.
It's like showing off. And we get to the end of the bars, and and I look in my rearview mirror. There, blue and red. What's going on with that? So of course the cop was following me the whole time. So we go around the corner and I get pulled over, and the cop gets out. It's like, you know why I pulled you over? And I'm like, no, officer. I'm like, well, he thought that the doors were going to fall off the car. He thought that he gave me a warning for unsecured load. Because
Always
obviously it's
secure
not
your load.
safe to. Yeah,
We were both wearing our seatbelts.
we were wearing our seatbelts. Yeah,
And I mean, he did say like, "Hey guys, I get it. It's a pretty cool idea, but
he was actually laughing as he was
it's
walking
like
up to
not
the car.
safe. Can't.
Yeah, don't drive
Don't
with
do
your
that.
doors open. So
After he checked the car out and
yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
took
suppose
it.
it took
Yeah,
extra long time to do
yeah,
that.
yeah, he was
checked
like,
it
"This
out.
is pretty cool," and
I'm sure he'd never.
he was a very cool officer.
Because what year would have that maybe been?
It was probably 96 or
97
97
or 98. Yeah,
Yeah.
Because there was
You were in
a
high school or something.
mid to late 80s when Back to the Future come out, right? So, I mean,
85
back
is when
then
it came
it
out.
was like relevant for everyone that would see it.
Oh,
now
new.
we're,
Yeah, absolutely.
we're
Yeah.
38, 40 years
Yeah,
ago.
so right,
to
kids
today's
nowadays they
date.
probably have never even heard of that movie.
Yeah,
right.
'cause they, obviously, don't really pay
Hoverboard.
attention to that. But
Well,
back then it was pretty still pretty.
I think I seen something that if Back to the Future were made today, when he goes back in time, he would go back to 1994.
Isn't that crazy? That is just ridiculous.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just
That's in the
9
1900s.
I'd be 9
Yeah.
years old.
that is crazy.
So was your license plate out of time?
No, actually, when I got the plates, it was actually the word DeLorean was on actually my license plate for it. But I got collector plates, obviously, after it hit 20 years. The unfortunate part of life is that when you grow up, you can't keep a lot of things that you had as a child. And I unfortunately had to sell the DeLorean. I was getting married. And my wife wanted a parking space in the garage, so
I would have added on the garage.
Or just not get married?
That's
I know, right? Or get married, exactly. Yeah, But fortunately, the DeLorean, when I sold it, it actually paid for part of our bathroom. So we had to get a second bathroom in our house. So, yeah. So
I'm gonna have to start selling stuff.
you can start selling your stuff,
selling.
you can install a bathroom. So,
Sell the wife's car.
exactly.
Have to sell her car.
Yeah.
Sorry, sweetie.
Gotta go.
Cab's here.
Yeah, yeah, but I had my time with it. It was time for somebody else, to have fun with it and show it off and stuff. So, but it was a great time when I did own it. So,
Yeah.
and I have no regrets with it. So,
Well, and it's just like any collector car or any vehicle you don't drive a lot, right? Like,
right,
you got to fuck around with all this stuff because you don't
gotta
drive
keep
it
it
very
maintained.
often. And
you gotta
Yeah.
oil changes and all that, and
Yeah.
it's like it's just another car that you have, and it didn't get out much. So, but it was just time to move on.
How many miles on it when you sold it?
5,400. So I didn't drive it that much.
2,000
So
miles.
2,000 miles in the 20 years. So yeah. Yeah.
I bet
How
you-
long ago did you sell it?
How long ago?
Yeah.
This was before I got married, so it was it was 2011, 2012.
Oh,
So give or take. So about 10, 11 years ago. So
So it's currently probably has 7,500 miles
yeah,
on it.
yeah, so slowly getting up there. Yeah, so it was a sad day when I sold. I'm sorry, I sold it in 2014. That's when I sold it. But still, it's like I took photographs like end of an era. But it was fun. It's like time for somebody else to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah, that's awesome.
Well, I think we are about on our time. Speaking of out of time,
yes.
let's see.
Well, thanks guys for having
see
me
what
on
you
the
did
show.
there.
Oh yeah, anytime,
This was a lot of
anytime.
fun.
Yeah, betcha.
Do it again sometime.
Yeah,
Thanks for
it's good having
coming.
you.
Putting
It was
up
fun.
with this
Yeah, absolutely.
show.
Hodgepodge of shit we put
Yeah.
together.
Don't forget your cupcake.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you so
these
much.
cupcakes, brought those in. My sister Stacy and her friend Russian.
Thank you for calling her that because I don't know what her real name is.
It's Ashley.
Yeah, it's fine. It's Russian
Yeah,
is what it
everyone
is.
knows her as Russian.
Yeah.
They are very delightful.
Oh, they are delicious.
They made like 150, 200 of them for my son's graduation, and we have some left. So
Awesome.
they are.
Thank you.
You're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, so anybody watching can see that I don't have one.
Yeah, I set it down on the table, and by the time I got the rest of them passed out, turned around, Jason's like, Nathan,
Having that for the show.
is he gone? He gone.
Oh well.
You look like a kid with his hand in the cookie jar.
He did too. He's like,
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, obviously.
Yep.
Give us a like and a follow.
Yep.
Subscribe.
4-star rating,
4 or
please.
5 star.
Tell your
would be-
friends.
it's back on.
5-star would be good.
Smash the like button.
Buckin.
Hey, good job.
The button or
Bucking.
bucking?
Bucking.
I like the bucking.
Smash the like bucking.
Do the bucking.
Tell everybody you
Share
know,
it
and
with-
especially the ones you don't.
That's right.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Send us an email.
Yeah, email us.
Yeah.
Hicks
email.
at talesfromthehicks.com.
Yep.
Go to the website.
Or hit the mail bucket button wherever you find us to send a text, basically.
Yeah, that's right. You can
Well,
still text.
I'm gonna have to look into that because
Uh-oh.
now we switched
Oh, that's
distributors,
right. We
so
did
I don't know
switch.
if we
Yeah,
have
that might not be
anymore.
there now.
Yep.
Forgot about that.
So you
My
might have
bad.
to do a email.
Email.
Email always that will always work.
Yeah, we like
you know,
emails.
the
Hicks
email,
at talesfromthehicks.com.
Yep. Write us a letter, I guess.
Yeah, or notes. Yeah.
Send it to the
Yeah.
P.O. box.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah, we'll have to get a
I didn't
P.O.
have any
box
thoughts
now.
because we were going to have a
Jason
guest.
likes
so I
real
didn't-
mail, so
Email.
We should get
piece of paper.
a P.O. box just for the shits. I mean, I don't. We'd have to ask somebody that would know, but I mean, it's not like I pay for my mailbox.
Yeah, you have to pay for
I'm
a
sure you
P.O.
got
Oh, you
to
got
pay
to
for
P.O.
a
Yeah.
box.
box.
And I don't
Because you're
think-
taking up physical space at the post office.
All right.
Jason probably has one already. I mean, he's an analog man in a digital world.
Matt.
He gets. That's how he gets his milk.
Yeah.
It still comes on the front step,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is cool.
it is.
I like
fresh.
the milk jug
Yep.
straight from the bowl.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, wrong milk.
Wrong.
My milk is always warm.
Yeah.
Right church, wrong pew.
That's like a bowl bukkake.
There it is.
Bukkake.
Bull
Bukkake.
Oh, Chad's over there. I love milk.
Tell your bull to turn around. I want chocolate. I'm gonna make a cow ice cream sandwich.
Ooh. I'm definitely going to become lactose
Ice cream
intolerant. For sure. It's starting to make sense now, Jason.
Yeah.
There you go, Chad.
But he keeps eating it.
It's good.
Oh, man.
You're going to keep doing that. You're going to get yourself a bucket, too.
Yeah.
You'll see why.
I could hook you up with a bucket.
Perfect.
All right.
All right. So
Do we have
then,
anything we want to bring up next week, or just wait for then?
Well,
Wait for
like I
them,
said,
right?
I got to get the whiteboard down here. I don't know
Oh, yeah.
what,
Okay.
what we have for.
Send him some emails.
Yeah, send an email.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Give us our first topic.
We'll come up with some stuff.
Yeah.
We do have congratulations to Chubbs Kelly. He won the T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Congratulations.
that's true.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Good
That
job.
should be arriving, I would assume, sometime this week for him. So
Nice.
he should
Good.
get that. I reached out to
Sweet.
him and we got that done. So
Get the word out.
yeah,
Yeah, thanks for all the contestants.
Yep.
Appreciate it. And, the odds are we'll probably do it again.
we
Yeah.
will. I'm sure we will. Maybe once a month or something like that.
Sweet.
Sure.
So all right, you guys all
Later.
have a good week.
You as well.
Adios.
guys.
See ya.
See ya.
Thanks.
Bye.